Number 10. Liam Payne. The former One Direction member was engaged to Maya Henry in the summer of 2020. Their romance began in 2019 when the pair was pictured together at a series of public events, and they announced their engagement the following year, and Liam proposed with a $4 million ring. But Maya first indicated there was trouble in their relationship after a fan went on Instagram and posted a slideshow of Liam hugging and kissing a mysterious brunette. The fan tagged Maya in the post, which prompted her to go off in the comments section. She wrote, "Please stop sending me these pictures of my fiance wrapped around another woman. This is not me, and it's hard enough knowing this happened without seeing it." Scandal erupted online as Liam began receiving tons of backlash for his alleged infidelity, which he adamantly denied, insisting that they weren't together at the time. Either way, the young couple eventually broke up for good that same year. If you're loving this video so far, please hit that like button, it would really help us out.
At number 9, we have Emily Ratajkowski. The runway/brand model has officially pulled the plug on her marriage by filing for divorce from her soon-to-be ex-husband Sebastian Bear-McClard. According to online reports, Emily filed for divorce on Thursday in New York. Emily's filing came in light of prior accusations of Sebastian cheating on her. Apparently, there have been several public signs over the past few weeks which hinted at a closure in the relationship between the 31-year-old model and the 35-year-old acting producer. Emily was caught moving out of their New York City house only last month, and she most recently announced that she was single and dating once more on social media. The broken-up couple share a 1-year-old son named Sylvester together and got married back in 2018. Online records indicate that their divorce is still in the contested stage, meaning that they still have a lot of work to do before it can be finalized. Emily and Sebastian's last appearance together was in May at Ari Emanuel's wedding ceremony. At number 8, we have Scott Disick. Now, Scott is no stranger to cheating allegations, nor the huge womanizer label branded on him throughout his lengthy time in Hollywood thus far. His player-esque ways actually began a long while back while he was in a relationship with reality star Kourtney Kardashian. This was most likely the biggest reason why Kourtney eventually made the decision to call it quits with Scott. During a Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode from 2009, the former couple were filmed fighting about texts Kourtney had found on Scott's phone that were allegedly sent by another woman. Surprisingly though, Kourtney ended up remaining by his side for quite a few years after this, even though she was dealing with immense trust issues doubled up with all of Scott's other reported problems at the time. Despite Scott cleaning up his acts in the years to follow, he soon fell right back into the rabbit hole of his old habits by July 2015. This was at the time when Scott was exposed via photographs of him getting a little too comfy cozy with his stylist Chloe Bartoli at a Monaco beach. Kourtney had considered that the final straw that broke the camel's back and dumped him for good. At number 7, we have Jessica Simpson. Jessica and her former partner Nick Lachey seem to have it all. On MTV, the Once a Thing duo was suggested as more than destined to become far more than just a reality TV dream couple. However, it seems this wasn't entirely the case, as the truth soon prevailed itself and Jessica was caught with her pants down. Jessica, for a fact, cheated on Nick, as per evidence from paparazzi in Los Angeles when they spotted Jessica departing the Chateau Marmont donning Adam Levine's t-shirt. At the time, no one could deny Jessica's unfaithfulness towards her then husband, and Nick divorced her in 2006. Nick is now married to his current wife Vanessa and shares 3 children, and Jessica is also happily moved on into her own relationship as well.
Number 6. Jason Derulo. Nearly 1 year after Jason Derulo and Jenna Frooms broke off their relationship, she exposed him for cheating on her throughout their relationship. When her comment section filled up with people accusing her of sleeping around, Jenna took to Instagram to correct the narrative, saying, "It's unfortunate my situation didn't work out because we once did aspire to be married, but maybe it's best to be single than be in a relationship and constantly be disrespected and cheated on and lied to. No one aspires to be a single mom, but if your non-negotiables are being tested, you'll never find peace in that relationship." The 28-year-old insinuated that Jason had a whole roster of women during the time they were together. She said, "If a man wants a different girl every week over his family, I'll never accept that. We will never be able to make it work happily. I was straight up told that I should turn the other cheek. I'll never be okay with sharing a lover that I love with all my heart. If the streets come first, I can't change that." Number 5. Ime Udoka. Actress Nia Long had been in a relationship with Celtics coach Ime Udoka for well over a decade, and the two share a 10-year-old son. Just 2 weeks before they planned to move their family to Boston, where they were house hunting, Nia learned about his betrayal. It turns out her fiance was having an affair with a married front office staffer. It was Ime who reportedly came clean to the actress about the affair because news of his infidelity was about to be made public. On September the 22nd, the Boston Celtics announced that the coach she'd been suspended for the 2022 to 2023 season for violating team rules. Nia then released a statement addressing her heartbreak, saying, "The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me." Ime also released a statement saying, "I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. I am so sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision." Number 4. Sebastian Bear-McClard. Early this month, Emily Ratajkowski filed for divorce from film producer husband Sebastian in Manhattan Supreme Court after 4 years of marriage. Back in July, a source close to the model confirmed that the couple had broken up because of his infidelity. Quote, "He cheated. He's a serial cheater. It's gross. He's a dog." Although Emily hasn't spoken out directly about her personal life, she has removed both her engagement ring and wedding band and has been photographed without the jewelry for at least 3 weeks. She chose not to trash Sebastian publicly, but instead subtly confirmed the rumors by liking several tweets, including one that said, "Emrata, finally free from that man, just proves that God is actually very real." And "I can't believe that little B cheated on Emrata." In truth, everyone was especially surprised that Emily got cheated on, given her insane beauty and supermodel status. Pretty soon the internet flooded with women in despair saying things like, "Well, if Emily Ratajkowski got cheated on, then no one is safe." Number 3. Neo. In early August, Crystal Renee Smith filed for divorce from Neo after 6 years of marriage, alleging that he had not only fathered a child with another woman, but had been cheating on her for 8 years with multiple women. She exposed him on Instagram, saying, "8 years of lies and deception, 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and husband with numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected, every last one of them. To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane. The mentality of a narcissist." Neo responded on Twitter writing, "For the sake of our children, my family and I will work through our challenges behind closed doors." But the worst part was that Crystal discovered the truth just 3 months after she and her husband had renewed their wedding vows. The betrayal that she would have felt is immeasurable, particularly because in her case, the cheating had been going on for such a long period of time before she ever found out.
At number 2, we have Jack Nicholson. Jack and Angelica Huston were a celebrity couple who spent 17 years going back and forth from the status of committed to breaking up. Their on-again off-again series came to an official end when they split for the last time in 1989. This was reported to have happened because there was a discovery that Jack had an extramarital affair, and the result was that his mistress, Rebecca Broussard, got pregnant. Even though Rebecca was nowhere near the first woman that Jack cheated on Angelica with, it seemed it was the final hurting point for Angelica to separate from Jack for good. At number 1, we have Charlie Sheen. People are still talking about how much it seems Charlie was trying every trick in the book to ruin his career and reputation during his infamous spiral. On top of his addiction issues and health diagnosis, Charlie had a notorious title of being a serial cheater. His first wife, Donna Peel, married Charlie in 1995. This was the same year that Charlie was exposed as being a client of the courtesan agency that was operated by Heidi Fleiss. This marriage ended in 1996. Following this, Charlie wed Denise Richards back in 2002, but they weren't said to have lasted long either, as Denise filed for divorce in 2005 after cheating rumors ensued while she was in her 7-month term with their second child. Charlie denied the cheating allegations while being with Denise, but his third marriage faced the same issue. After he tied the knot with Brooke Mueller in 2008, Charlie was reportedly entertaining workers in the adult industry, sometimes escorting them to the home he and his partner were sharing. Much like his others, Charlie and Brooke divorced in 2010.
Number 9. Adam Levine. The Maroon 5 frontman has been married to his Victoria's Secret supermodel wife Bahati Prinsloo for almost a decade, and the couple have 2 children together, and another one on the way. But all that came crashing down when an Instagram model named Summer Stroh went on TikTok and posted a video called "Having an Affair with a Man Who's Married to a Victoria's Secret Model," which was basically a whole video confessing that they had been in a relationship with Adam Levine for a whole year. She has also come through with a whopping amount of evidence and posted a series of DMs that Adam sent her on Instagram. To make matters worse, several months after their affair, Adam DM'd Sumner out of the blue asking if she would be okay with him naming his new baby after her. This news was perhaps one of the biggest cheating scandals of the year, and so far another 4 women have come out claiming to have been involved with the singer at one point in time. Number 8. Ned Fulmer. The internet went crazy when a video started circulating on social media of Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys kissing his employee Alex Herring at a New York City bar. Alex is actually one of the most well-known employees of the company, and over the years she's been featured in many videos. But if that wasn't bad enough, she was engaged to her fiancé Will Thayer at the time, and the couple had been together for 11 years. The scandal was insane. Fans were beyond shocked that certified wife guy Ned was even capable of cheating on his beautiful wife Ariel Fulmer. He was known as a super devoted husband who loved to gush over his wife in almost every video, so he really betrayed the audience as well as his own family. As a result, he was swiftly fired from the Try Guys, and he had to put out a statement owning up to the affair, admitting to having a consensual workplace relationship. Number 7. Gerard Piqué. In early June, Barcelona and Spain football star Gerard Piqué's high-profile marriage to Colombian star Shakira allegedly ended due to his unfaithfulness. A few days later, Shakira and Piqué confirmed that they had in fact called it quits. According to Spanish newspaper Marca, the other woman was 23-year-old Clara Chia, who was dating one of his friends at the time. Piqué was allegedly smitten the first time he saw her, and they exchanged phone numbers and started dating in secret. Now, new details have emerged that he may have been cheating on Shakira as far back as 2012 with Israeli supermodel Bara Faili, who also happens to be Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend. The affair was exposed when Shakira found messages detailing their intimate encounters. When she was asked about Piqué being linked to another woman, she told Elle magazine, "I can only say that I put everything I had into this relationship and my family," and pointed out that although she chose her marriage over her career, sadly it still didn't work out.
At number 6, we have Jude Law and Sienna Miller. The UK was quite literally obsessed with their former celebrity acting dream couple, Sienna and Jude. However, reports stated that the relationship was beyond tumultuous behind the cameras. Headlines of their time together began in 2004, following Jude cheating on Sienna with his children's previous nanny. Said nanny was taking care of his offspring from a former marriage, and they entangled in an affair prior to Jude and Sienna getting married, but after the duo were engaged. Yet, there are two very revealing sides to the coin of this relationship, because Jude wasn't the only one exposed for being unfaithful during their time together. It was later revealed that Sienna also cheated on Jude with the James Bond actor Daniel Craig. The rocky couple eventually let the romance go in 2006. They made a brief reconciliation in 2009, but soon split for good the following 2 years in February 2011. At number 5, we have Jennifer Lopez. One of her most high-profile relationships was her marriage to celebrity dancer Chris Judd in 2001. Jennifer was still very much married to Chris when she was exposed for seeing Ben Affleck at the same time. Reports stated that when Chris found out, he immediately took to divorce court to settle his emotions regarding their then messy situation. Jennifer was later set to marry Ben, but in what seems like the scariest form of karma, Chris's favor was returned in the form of then telling Jennifer he was marrying Jennifer Garner instead of her, while JLo was in the midst of organizing their wedding. Naturally, Jennifer and Chris's relationship was super short-lived when they officially separated in 2003, both moving on to their respective next potentials in the Hollywood dating pool. At number 4, we have Ashton Kutcher. While he was much younger, Ashton was married to a much older Demi Moore, and there was already mass public speculation on whether or not the duo would weather the storm and make it to the sunny side of rainbows and happiness. As expected by most, the answer ended up being a fat no. Aside from the fact that Ashton and Demi were already separated when Ashton was seeing Sarah Leal, he was actually caught cheating on Demi with Mila Kunis. So much so that Sarah made Ashton's affair everyone's business, even going so far as to publicly warn Mila that Ashton was, quote, incapable of being faithful. However, it seems that Sarah's warning genuinely fell on deaf ears, as Mila and Ashton are still very much together and seemingly thriving nowadays. At number 3, we have Ryan Phillippe. He and his former actress lady Reese Witherspoon got married in 1999, which was a marriage that seemed to be promising for many. The style of their relationship seemed set up for greatness from the start, and yet this wasn't entirely the case. Ryan's uber cozy relationship with his co-star Abby Cornish, who was opposite of him in Stop Loss, was brought to the center of Hollywood's gossip vine, and there was a startling amount of evidence against Ryan for him to deny the allegations set against him, ranging from everything between Reese discovering messages on his phone regarding the affair to the paparazzi quite literally catching him in the act. Ryan's infidelity grew so apparent that Ryan never once cared to deny it. This resulted in Reese filing for a divorce in 2007.
Number 2, Matthew Morrison. In late May, it was reported that the Glee star got kicked off season 17 of So You Think You Can Dance because he developed an inappropriate relationship with a female contestant. Matthew has been married to Renee Puente since 2014, but he's still decided to pursue a female contestant on the show, who has not been named, and sent her flirty DMs on Instagram. A US weekly source claimed that the messages contained sexual innuendos and were flirty to the extent that he was overstepping boundaries. Eventually, the contestant felt so uncomfortable with his line of comments that she went to producers, who then got Fox Studios involved. After they did an internal investigation, Matthew was fired on the spot. The following week, the father of two tried to recover his reputation and took to Instagram, insisting that he only asked the contestant for her phone number to help her get a job as a choreographer on a different show. Yeah, I don't think anyone was buying that. And coming in at number 1 son, Monty Lopez. During an interview with Page 6 in early July, influencer Renee Ash claimed that she had a 5-month affair with Addison Rae's father, Monty Lopez, after he misled and lied to her about the state of his marriage with Sherry Nicole Easterling. She said, "He told me that we were gonna be together and have babies together. I thought we had something real. He told me a story of his marriage that convinced me that they were apart and in the process of getting a divorce." The 25-year-old said that she dumped Monty in early July after several other women told her that he had hit on them in person and on social media. She said, "I loved him and I believed him. When I found out about the other young girls, my heart broke." The creepy part is that Renee is just 4 years older than Addison, and Monty is 46. What's even crazier is that the affair led his wife to hook up with the rapper Young Gravy, much to everyone's surprise. But the only person who must be truly embarrassed about all this is Addison Rae.